Good Sunday evening, everybody. Hope everybody had a great week. Temperatures are definitely getting cold here. So let's see what we have in chat here. We got Lisa Ann. How you doing, dear? Of course, Daryl. Of course, there's Daryl. Hi, Daryl.
Hello.
Uncle Mark, how you doing? So.
Now I can hear
you. He has no brains.
My
I know. I lost him a long time ago.
He's talking about me. I don't because I had thought I cut my headphones off and I didn't.
Hey Willie, what's happening, brother? Thank you for stopping in. So
howdy everybody.
So yeah, the bottom's supposed to fall out of the temperature here tonight, and they're calling for a chance of snow. It's not going to stick because the ground's still too warm, but they're still calling for it.
Yeah, I mean, down here in the mountains down below us, they're talking about 12 inches somewhere around here.
You all keep it down there.
No, I mean, they're saying this is supposed to be lake effect snow. It's the way it's twirling around, and it's bringing off of y'all's lakes up there.
I haven't heard that one, but
it's supposed to go all the way down in the Carolinas tonight.
Oh, we'll see, but I haven't watched news since Friday morning, so they were Friday morning. They were just saying slushy sleet and slushy snow, but I don't know. But I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it when it comes. So.
Wake up in the morning, it's supposed to be 29 degrees, and that's going to be the high of the morning today. 29 degrees, and then dropping to 22 tomorrow night.
Well, it's supposed to be in high of the 30s Monday, Tuesday, then 50 is on Wednesday.
Yes, I mean, but tomorrow and Tuesday it's supposed to be cold down here, and I might have to go up there and steal your daggum heater.
Maybe.
That oil burner that you was playing with.
Yeah. Morning. Hey, John. How you doing, buddy? Pete, how you doing? Yeah, I got to get busy on that thing because I got to get some heat out there in the garage. I mean, I got the propane furnace, but all my propane tanks are empty. So I really want to use the used oil burner because, that's why I built it. But hey, Quick Wrench, how you doing? But I did find that when I was looking, once you put something into search on YouTube, they'll show you 50 million videos of it. Or if you click on a video, they'll show you 50 million videos of it. Somewhere down the line, I clicked on pellet stoves, which I can't in my garage. I can't have any solid fuel heat source, which means like wood, coal, pellets, corn, all that kind of stuff. But a video popped up of a pellet rocket stove, and it's a DIY thing. And the thing, I mean, it uses like half of a 5 gallon bucket for like 6 or 7 hours of burn. If I remember correctly, them bags of pellets that my brother used to get was probably like 4 or 5 5-gallon buckets. So, one bag would heat like, a week or two out in the shop, if I'm only out there a few hours. And the cool thing about it is that the guy was saying it's he wasn't calling it a heater. He was calling it an emergency cook stove. Mm-hmm. But it's a pellet heater. That's what it is. But it's got a flat top on it, so you can put a pan or whatever on it. Hi, Delisa.
Yeah, it's
I said that.
but
just to
that's the
give him
only
his
that's the
nerve.
only thing about it. Anything I got is that's the thing about it is if I go down there and piddle around in the shop for 2 or 3 hours, it's not worth me going down there because it takes so long to heat the doggone place up that
Well,
by then I'm done got out of the mood. I ain't wanting to work no more.
this thing here, running wide open, it went from the stove. He put a heat gun on the stove. It went from 45 degrees to 650 in 10 minutes. The stove, shooting the metal on the stove itself went from 45 degrees in his shop, and he had like a little time lapse with his heat gun like showing on it and the time rolling. And in 10 minutes, that stove went from 45 degrees to like 600 or 650 degrees surface temperature in 10 minutes. And I'm like, hell yeah.
But if it
Now
that ain't game.
Now that was running wide open draft. I mean it had, it was burning wide open, but like you said, once you get it up to temperature, you can cut the air back and just let it, maintain 300, 350. And he said that's more than enough to heat his shop. And his shop's uninsulated. They live in Minnesota or someplace like that. But
well,
I mean, I got a 200,000 BTU blower heater, kerosene blower heater, but that's the only thing. I can raise the temperature quick, but you can't. But you can just see the doggone fuel gauge on that sun.
Yeah.
Well, plus the fumes from that thing.
The noise from it and everything else.
Right. Right. Yeah. The one he made, that rocket stove thing he made. Hi Adam, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in.
Hey Adam.
It takes no electricity. That's what I like about it. That's why he calls it an emergency cook stove. He said if we lose power or anything, I can fire this up and cook on it. So it, because I think.
Another thing is the winds are supposed to be so hard and heavy that AEP's done started issuing warnings that the power could go out. So
yeah, we got email.
I mean, I just hope somebody ain't stupid enough to go outside and light a match right now because it is too dry. And a fire with the winds coming like they're supposed to be coming.
We're right up here.
We would. it would be we'd be cooked Virginia in no time. So
somebody the person that did it and kill them.
Yeah, it's kind of it was. I don't think it rained overnight, but everything was like wet this morning whenever I got up and went to the grocery store. So,
well, it rained a little bit night before last year, but it's still so dry out there. It just wet the top of the leaves. It didn't even get down into the bottom of them. Okay, so it would just be a stink. It would be steam is basically what it would be, but it would dry the fire up as fast as it wanted to run. So,
oh no, we've had a couple downpours in the last couple of days. 30 minutes of like hard rain.
Ours is like concrete out there right now. You go out there and try to dig a hole, and it's so dry that you could sit there and dig down and you wouldn't get no wet ground at all hardly. I mean,
oh, we've got wet ground. That's why I can't have the tree guy here to fall that tree.
Hey Wayne.
Hey Don, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for stopping in.
Thomas.
Hi Thomas, how you doing?
Hey, and Thomas, no 4-letter words this week, or I'm gonna take your wrench away from you and put you on timeout.
Oh, that's right. He's responsible for it. What's your address, Thomas? I'll send you a Christmas card.
uh, yeah. Yeah. Lisa Ann said it was 58 and foggy at her place this morning. It was foggy here this morning. Not There was a dense fog advisory, but I had a half a mile visibility, but you could still see the fog around, you know. But yeah, I've got a short week this week. I only got to work Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, how did you manage that?
They're coming. Yeah, they're coming Wednesday to work on my septic, and somebody has to be here. So rather than just taking a 1 day off in the middle of the week, I decided I've got enough time that I'm just going to take Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. So, and hopefully get a bunch of stuff done here around the shop.
Well, good deal.
You know?
Well, since you got that much time off, you can come down here and help me just get some stuff done around my shop.
My 4-wheeler gets fixed, or he's being held as hostage.
Hey, I went out there and I put that carburetor on that thing, and went to look at, and I went out and she hollered from the house for me to come up here, and I walked out, and guess who went and stole the intake for the air box that hooks on the backside of the carburetor, and she has chewed it all up. So,
and who left it down to where she could get to it?
Well, because I was sitting there working on it. Duh.
Don't look at me like that. It's cold in the shop right now.
Well,
knowing her, you could have put it up on a rafter and she would have got it.
Yeah, exactly.
She really would have. She's very creative.
I mean, look at this. See, she knows she knows I'm talking about her.
She's hamming his arm.
There was a guy I was watching on YouTube like Friday night, and it's not a channel I watch all the time. I just kind of clicked on it to see what was going on. I forget even what he was working on, but he's got a medium-sized dog about like the size of her. That thing, he'd be working under the hood of a vehicle, and that thing would be up on the roof of it, like laying down. He goes, I swear to God, he's half cat. He climbs up and lays down and gets in weird places. And
well, I had a little small dog. I mean, she was probably about this big, but that dog put more people back in their car than any dog I've ever had. Because she was that small. She's that small, but she would lay on top of the car when it was parked in the driveway, like a cat does. But she'd lay there, and then she'd wait. She wouldn't bark or nothing till they got out of the car, and then walked up. And once she got past her on the car, then she was trapped. They were trapped from the house back to their car. So she'd come sailing off of that car, and they would run around, and she put more Jehovah's Witnesses on than the good Lord did ever put on the run.
Well, every time you would get up under a vehicle to work, Alice would get up under another vehicle and act like she was working. I got pictures of her face completely black where she was up under your truck.
Yeah, I mean,
I had a stray cat at work that just showed up, and that thing would climb up on my tool cart and lay there. If I was working under the hood, it would climb up there and lay up on like the cowl or on a fender or whatever, working underneath something, like laying down. It would be, I mean, he wouldn't like try to get on me or anything, but he'd be laying right underneath there with me. Or hell, the one day I seen him on my tool cart, and then he wasn't there no more. I'm like, oh, he must have went back out or whatever, and walked in my office. Bastard's curled up in my chair in my office. I'm like, I don't.
You should have brought him home, Ed, and put him in your shop.
No, seriously though, if somebody bothered Ed, that cat would take off after him. I bet you money on that.
Well, we would, everybody, like the grounds people, we'd all feed him snacks and stuff like that, and it was nice having him around he was around for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and we didn't have one mouse left, you know. first couple of days, I'd like find him right before we were getting ready to leave and put him outside. One day I just totally forgot, and he met me at the door whenever I come out, and come in. He went out the door, and of course it was warm out then. I opened up the garage door, and about an hour later, here he come back around. He stayed in the shop all day long, and he found out that there must have been overnight. He found out there was an upstairs, and hell, the one day, I'm like, well, I know he was in here last night. I don't know where the hell he's at. And all of a sudden, I seen cop movement and seen him up in the loft hunting. I'm like, oh, that's where the grass seed's at, and that's probably where he's hunting at. So, but he, like I said, he lasted about 2.5, 3 weeks, and then the big boss was down there one day, and apparently he didn't like cats, and he told the ground supervisor that there's a cat in the shop that has to be gotten out of there. It's a hazard. He can't be there. He come to me. He's like, yeah. He goes, he's the boss seen your cat. I'm like, it ain't my cat. It's our cat. It's the whole, it's everybody's cat. He said, yeah. He goes, but he said that we gotta get rid of him. I'm like, he comes and goes as he pleases. I don't lock him up or anything. If he wants to go outside, he goes outside. If he wants to come in, he comes in, He said, well, from now on, if you see him come in, you got to shoo him away. I said, oh, okay, I'll get right on that one.
Yeah.
So I don't know if somebody else got rid of him or what, but he just stopped coming around. Snowblower. Ooh, okay, that's a nice one, Thomas. Anybody else that's on Facebook, have you noticed here in the last 2, 3, 4 days, it's showing me posts from people from 8 or 9 years ago, clear up to present.
Yeah.
Yes, because I comment on one of them.
Well, I seen one of my friends posted, and I'm like, that sounds familiar, and it had no comments on it. So I'm like, oh, you must have reposted it or something. So I gave it a thumbs up, and then I got a notification a couple hours later that somebody made a comment on it. I clicked on it. Dude, there was 40 some comments, and in the comments it tells when they were, the comments were from years ago. So I private messaged him. I said, dude, did you repost that or something? He's like, no. He goes, I don't know why this stuff's happening. He said, it's automatically reposting old posts. He's not one to post very often. So I don't know if it's to keep the account active or whatever, that they're automatically reposting stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm seeing stuff that I've, 6, 8, 9, 10 months ago, I've seen people post it and made a comment on it, and it's coming up like it's a new post, and they're not, and then once it's there for a little bit, it finally shows all the comments from 6 months ago. So
yeah, but there's also another thing going around, Ed, that you might want to watch out for. I was teasing you about it the other day about how my video editing software has the ability to do the AI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, people are taking other big channels. Some of the big channels I've been watching lately, they've been taking their videos and making and downloading them, running them through the AI processor, and uploading them under their name to get the views and stuff.
AI off, and I can tell you how to
and
do it.
So I mean, that is how people are making, or they're using other people's content in that way to get to make money off of it. So
yeah, that's been going on for a long, long time. It happens on YouTube. It happens on Facebook, Instagram, all them. There was somebody actually that did that to a couple of my videos, and I reported them, and the videos were taken down. But I mean, there's no way to truly stop them. You know.
All right, Ed, give me. Can I get? Can you
If
take?
any
Will
of
you
your
take
phones
it?
just
Do you take
lost
Thomas's
it.
wrench away for about 5 minutes? We'll block.
Let them take
We'll,
both. Take
we'll,
both your wrenches
we'll
away.
time him out for 2 minutes, for about 5 minutes.
It's the time of the year, I guess. It's November, mid-November, so we can deal with the S word for now, I guess.
Yeah, but
No,
I mean,
what you can do is
but
take it away
that's-
from both of them. I want to see them fight fair.
Yeah, at least I don't hate AI. I like some of the AI generated stuff. I just don't like the AI that's trying to what do you call it? Misrepresent somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, you
I
can
mean-
turn that off. You have to turn that off.
I mean, but I was, I told you the other day I was kidding with you about taking one of your videos, but I would, I would have sent it to you on Facebook Messenger or something like that.
Yeah,
I would never have posted it.
Hey, if somebody else can take my content and make money off of it, because I can't make no money off it.
But I mean, I wanted to have you sitting there in a polar bear outfit, or polar bear trying to drive a tractor down the track or something like that. I mean, like they do with them Sasquatchy things and stuff like that, and have the polar bear driving the tractor down the track or whatever.
Yeah,
but
because there were actually some music videos that I was watching that were 100% AI generated, and they were funny as heck. How you doing?
I do it. Everybody is talking about that 4-letter S word.
You just go in and sit on the toilet and take a shit and forget about it.
I mean, it's inevitable. It's like taxes and death. I mean, we're gonna get snow, so.
I like that when they put that on Facebook the other day. I got tickled and started saying taxes and death.
But I just hope it's kind of a mild winter again.
Oh, tell Ed we found him a girlfriend.
She got you
across the road here.
Delisa finds you a girlfriend. Hey, and it's her sister. She'd be good to go to Ohio.
That one.
Well, it's her aunt. I mean, we got 2 of them for you. So you just got you take one and you can get the other one for free. How about that? I'll throw one in for free and the other one to go with it.
I'll give you $1,000 to take both of them.
That's 2. That's 2 for the price of one.
$1,000 a day? Sure.
No.
Oh hell yeah! Let me come on other neighbor that are the other 2 neighbors that she's giving hell about. See how much they have to offer. I've never seen someone so badly hated in my life and her.
Thomas. Just because you work in a daggum freezer playing with ice cream all day, now you want to come in here and start talking them bad words. Now he's wanting us to have a blizzard, Ed.
I see that.
If that's his occupation, then what does he put in his hands from getting dry and cracky?
He says he sits in there stacking ice cream in the freezers all day, so he likes that stuff. But
everybody likes snow until you have to work in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I want to know is what does he wear on his hands, like a lotion or a wax? What does he put on his hands to keep them from getting so dry and cracking? Even if he wears gloves, what is he wearing?
He's just a man. He don't wear nothing.
Oh, he ain't mad. He's all right. I'm gonna match him up.
I got friends that are like, oh, snow's so beautiful, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, first snowstorm, I'm calling your ass right after they call me to come into work, and you're gonna get your ass up. You're gonna come over and pick my ass up. You're gonna take me to work, before the snow plows and stuff make it around. Then you tell me how beautiful and lovely snow is. Yeah. Well, it looks so nice on the trees and stuff. Not at 40 mile an hour trying to get to work.
And you got to work outside the whole time.
Well, I get to work in a tractor, but it's still freaking cold. And then inevitably somebody tries to push stuff a little bit too hard and break stuff, and so I gotta go fix wet cold stuff.
You barely hit it that day, and the metal just shattered.
Yeah, it got. I mean, one day my 3-point hitch on my tractor, the top link bar. Mm-hmm. I was trying to get it to turn. It was cold as all get out here, and I mean, I just tapped it trying to get it to turn, and the daggum thing broke off. It was so cold that day that the doggone the top link broke. I had to go. I couldn't even use that day.
A few years back when we were having the negative zero temperatures when we were plowing snow, we actually had one of our snow plows crack the cutter edge. He took a chunk out of it. He hit one of the water boxes in the road, which usually they just pop up over. He hit one of those. He said his blade only popped up like an inch or so, like normal. He said, but then he said he noticed there was a mark he could see. So he got out and looked, and there was like a 6-inch chunk between the bolts that was kind of like V-shaped like that had broke out.
Well, Dwight, I was a truck driver for 20 years, and I was supposed to be running Southeast region, but of the United States. But all of a sudden, when wintertime came around, Southeast region consisted of Minnesota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, Upper Peninsula, Michigan,
Minnesota.
I mean, all those places. That's where they sent me. I'm a southern driver. I ain't supposed to know how to handle a truck in snow.
That's what I was just about ready to say. They knew you were a southern boy. They figured they'd send your butt north.
So they figured I was too crazy and dumb enough to keep running in it. It didn't matter. So they would send me up there because them northern boys was scared to run up there. They started taking all our southern loads. So then we ended up having to go up there and run their junk.
Yeah, they're snowbirds.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't fair. I mean, I took a pay cut to stay in the Southeast. Well, they didn't tell me Southeast Minnesota and Southeast North Dakota and Southeast Michigan.
Like LA and not lower Alabama.
The southeast of the northern states.
Yeah.
It's like last year for our banquet for the pulling club. Leading up to it, it was nice. The day before and the day of, they got like 4.5, 5 inches of snow down there. Well, all the way down, about an hour and a half drive, roads were just wet, slushy, a little bit of snow here, a little bit of snow there, blah, blah, blah. Their roads were pretty clear. They were just wet. But I got within a half an hour of it. It started snowing. And by the time I got within like 20 minutes of it, there was 4 inches of snow on the ground. And I'm like, well, I might as well keep going on. I'm within 15 minutes. Get there, spend 2 or 3 hours. By that time, maybe they'll be out and have the roads cleared. And so that's what I did. And yeah, I mean, by the time we got done with our banquet and the eating and awards and all that kind of stuff, the roads were plowed off, cleared, just running water and all that. But I'm like, what's the luck, that I get within 20 minutes of it and traffic slows down to like 10 mile an hour, So and there are a lot of people that live close that didn't come because of that. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm 2 hours away and I made it. Hey, Tommy, how you doing?
Hello, Tommy.
Oh God, that stinks.
But it was just kind of funny that they're a half an hour away and they couldn't make it because of the snow, and I'm 2 hours away and I made it. And I'm like, well, to be honest, like I said, I was within 15 minutes, so I'm just exactly what.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
I've always been around big trucks and stuff like that my whole entire life, or most of my life.
Right now, and it's too long.
So I've always given the big trucks the right of way and try to stay out of their way. And
They cold.
And let's face it, that's something that it's getting to be winter time. And if you're behind a semi truck going and it's been snowing, do not get right up on the back of it, because the snow will blow off the top of that trailer and you will lose a windshield or maybe even wreck. But they try to enforce this thing about truck drivers cleaning the snow off the roofs of the trucks, but you can't clean out. These roofs on these trucks is not thick enough for a driver to get it. I mean, and then on top of that, it's against OSHA rules to be up that high and not tied off. So, and there's no way of tying off or anything else. So
tied off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I worked at the truck garage in the wash bays, they would get guys that come in all the time. Matter of fact, we had one guy come in once, and they knocked like 800 and some pounds of snow off of his truck because when he went across the scales, he was overweight.
Mm-hmm.
But he had just come in through a snowstorm, and luckily the weigh station and the cops were nice enough to let him. Said, "Hey, you go. This is the closest one to you. You go there. You have them remove that snow, and we're gonna check, And so they, he rolled in, and them guys were so upset. It took them 2.5 hours with hot water pressure washers to get that snow and stuff off of his truck. And they literally had to take a rope and throw it up over his trailer and drag it along to get him in the building because the snow was crusty and hard, and they didn't want him dragging the top of the thing. He had 2 foot of snow on top of his trailer.
Well, they got those things that at the toll booths going across the Ohio Turnpike that they got. I picked up a load of racks one time, and one little piece of paper was sticking up above my trailer.
Yep.
On a flatbed, and it was sticking up, and it set that light off. Well, did you believe they made me turn around and through all that traffic at the toll booth, turn around, go over there to the other, back over to go back into Pennsylvania, and fix that piece of, and then do another U-turn and go back around to get through that toll booth.
Oh yeah, I can believe it.
Gosh, what did they? I mean, I wasn't going to be on the toll road, but maybe 10 miles anyway. But they made me do all that just for that. I mean,
yep, I can believe it.
I said, well, I can pull right over here and push that down, take it out. But no, they said, no, you can't do it on our side. You got to do it on that side.
Right. Before you go through the.
I said, my goodness. I mean,
yep.
But here I had to cross over like 10 lanes of traffic for going through them toll booths all the way around and circle around over there and then make a U-turn and come circle all the way back around to go back through the toll booth on the other side. I mean, they said that was the way I had to do it. And they even had the cops sitting there watching me do it. I mean, so I said I wouldn't. So technically, I wasn't breaking the law because the cops and the toll pit workers had called that cop and told him what was going on.
One of the friends of one of the owners where I worked at when I worked at the truck garage, he got red flagged at a weigh station for excessive grease. Excessive grease. There was excessive grease down on his axles and his suspension. That had fallen off his fifth wheel, and they said it was a hazard because it could fall off and hit somebody's windshield and or car or something like that. They red tagged him. He had to have it towed from I don't know where at in southern Ohio area back up to our shop so we could steam clean it.
Yeah, that's when that's what happens when you're coming from a college football game. And they got the big cooker behind them. All that grease dripping out from under it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be funny.
But yeah, they wouldn't even let him like scrape it off onto cardboard and put it in the garbage bags and put it in his truck. He had to have it towed somewhere to have it steam cleaned.
Holy cow! Yeah, I wouldn't believe. I would not doubt it. I've seen it. I mean, like I said,
we've seen it here.
I got stopped with a brand new truck in Maryland one time because of them little wire ties where the anti-lock brake wire comes down to the and they had them tied up against the airline, the airline, and they wrote me up for every one of them on a brand new truck, and they told me I had to. That when I I better have a company shop look at it within 5 days or something or other to get it looked at because if they caught me back in there again. I said, well, you can get every Freightliner on the road for the exact same thing because that's the way they make it. It's just this truck is rolled off the top. I said I got less than 3,000 miles on this truck. So it ain't just, but they tried to tell me I had to have rubber between, another piece of pipe or rubber so it didn't rub the brake line.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah.
I said, do you realize how many miles I had to run to rub that brake line as thick as them brake lines are?
2,500.
Willie, the whole reason was, the whole reason they red flagged him. He was an empty coal bucket.
That was another part, yeah.
Yep. He usually doesn't. They usually don't cross the scales, but he was empty. And he's like, "What the hell? I'm empty. I'm going home. I'll swing through. It don't matter to me. I'm legal. Truck's in good shape. I mean, it's a really nice truck. And yeah, that's the only thing they found wrong with this truck. I mean, even the inside. They even inspected the inside." In case he had some dirt or rock or something stuck in it, and he didn't have his tarp on, they couldn't find anything, and that's what they nailed him for. So,
hey Scott,
how you doing? Let's see, transmission, Garrett. It was probably a wire connector, or a bad TCM, or a bad coating in the TCM. Because we've got one right now, transmission in one of our vans. It drives fine. It doesn't slip or anything. It just shifts really hard from second to third. I mean, it's a really hard boom shift. and it's probably a solenoid sticking, but you know, it's like I said, it's not slipping, it's not shifting or anything. It's just, you know, and it doesn't go up like real high in RPM or anything like that. It's just when you're going up the road, you know, when it shifts and goes from the second to third gear shift, it's a real hard jerk, and then it's fine. The rest of the way, it doesn't do it when it's downshifting, just on the upshift.
He said the shift solenoid fell out of the truck, totally missing. Dang, Scott. Well, that shows you they're not putting any of these trucks. It's like, I mean, John, if you're still here, I was sending Ed all those Ford things. I have slowed down on those Ford memes because this doggone 2015 out here, I went and get it inspected the other day, and it ain't got but 78,000 miles on it, and they told me both lower ball joints on it was wore out. I mean, it didn't even make it to 100,000 miles before I got to gonna have to put ball joints on it. He did go on and inspect it and let it go, but he could have shut me down down there with it. So everything about it is junk anymore.
I'm trying to think what transmissions do they use in the Chevy trucks now? Still the L480s and L460s, aren't they? Because the shift solenoids are in the transmission pan. They're in the valve body. So how did a shift solenoid totally fall out of the truck?
Yeah,
if it wasn't in there, and if it wasn't in there from factory, it would not shift at all.
No, I think they've come up with their own transmissions now, because now you got 6 speeds and you got 10 speeds in them now. So
yeah, I knew Allison has a lawsuit against them.
Yeah, Allison just said that, told them that they could sell what they had on the lots, but they cannot put an Allison transmission in a new truck anymore.
Yeah, but the actual shift solenoids are inside the transmission pan in the valve body. I don't even think there's a shift solenoid on the outside. The only thing on the outside is tells you where the transmission's at in gear.
Yeah.
So yeah, because like I said, that's what's wrong with our with that one van we have at work, and a couple of the guys are like, oh, just do a flush on the transmission and put some cleaner through there, and I'm like, absolutely not. I will take that thing to a transmission shop and have them do what they need to do.
He's got the 10 speed in that one, and they said that they did have a lot of problems with the 10 speeds. I mean, I got the 6 speed in mine. Hey, rail, but even the 6 speeds has got a vibration in them that General Motors cannot figure out where it's coming from, and they kind of let you go. They kind of keep putting you off until it's out of warranty, and then they don't worry about it.
I'm dealing with that with our Chevy Malibu at work.
Yeah.
It's a lease. It's a lease, and the in the back end and the rear end, it has such bad road noise, and I'm 100% positive it's the wheel bearings, the wheel hubs. They're not loose; they're just noisy as hell. Well, the bumper-to-bumper warranty is up on it, but the powertrain warranty, which that's still covered under the powertrain warranty, is still there.
Mm-hmm.
But we've only got 6 or 7 more months on the lease, and I've headed to the dealership twice, And both times they're like, no, we tested it. There's nothing wrong with them. They're perfectly fine. I'm like, well, then why is it so noisy? Oh, it must be the tires. We can sell you a set of tires. They're $410 a piece.
Yeah.
For that, that's what come on factory. I'm like, well, is it due for tires? Is it down to the wear marks? Is it where, well, no, it's not, they're not quite there. I'm like, yeah. So I guess we'll just sit on it and hang on to it until, the warrant or the lease is up. And when we turn it back in, your guys will have to fix it on, under warranty anyways, because it's a lease and turned back in, and you won't be able to tell me that it was bad whenever I turned it back in, because I've got documentation that says
that you had it in there 2 or 3 times looking at it. So,
and I right before the end of the lease, I will send it back in one more time to make sure that there is paperwork saying that there is nothing wrong with it, because at that point in time they'll either fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Or they'll eat it whenever they're going to fix it either when I have it or when they get it back.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, the new ones like Scott's got there where that they've changed. They've told them to change to the 0W40 oil instead of 0W20s like what. But would it not be better off to go to the 530 like we always run? Wouldn't we be better off to go back to that oil instead of with him AF automatic cylinder shutdown thing on them?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what I'm gonna do to mine, is just go back to 5W30 and put in it. And
well, if I had a new truck that had that on it, as soon as it was out of warranty, I'd be doing the delete kit on it.
Well, yeah, but the only way to really delete it, though, Ed, I mean, you can put one of them little boxes on it to plug it in.
Yeah.
But the only way to actually delete it is you got to pull the heads off of it. You got to put new lifters, new camshaft in it, and all that stuff. And I mean, you're talking like 10. I think they was talking about it. Someplace was talking about $10,000 just about to delete that junk.
To have it done, yes, it's expensive to have it done.
Yeah,
but on those LS engines, it is. You can pull the heads and you can pull the intake and everything while it's in the truck. You can pull the cam and everything out while it's in the truck. Yeah, I'd be doing a cam and lifters because I want a performance cam and lifters anyways. If you're going to do the delete setup, you might as well go for a little performance. Plug the 2 ports under the intake manifold where the solenoids go, and just do a cam and lifter upgrade.
Can you go in and delete that check engine light off of it then?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing it that way?
Yep.
Well, when you want to do one? I got a 2015 that sitting here. I mean, when you want to do one?
I don't want to do one, but I'm just saying, if I had one, I would. That's how I would do it.
Before it messes up anymore. I mean, before it messes up. When you want to come down here and do it, Ed, help a buddy out.
We'll pay you to come down here. We'll house you. I'll feed you. I won't make you poo. So I won't give you Miralax. Daryl will get that instead.
Willie, you can go in and flash them. There's guys that can go in and get into the ECM and do that, but that still doesn't delete the system itself.
Yeah.
To totally do it the right way, the way that it should have been done in the first place. Good night, Thomas.
Good night, Thomas.
Oh.
And I hope you get snow up over your head.
I hope he can't get snow so much he can't get his door open, and he needs toilet paper.
No, not me. Cause that, he can wait.
Not Ed. I love Ed. I can't be mean to
No,
Ed.
I'm saying I want just enough snow that it covers the roads. It's really, really cold, and it has to go out and do snow blowing. Because if it's so deep that he can't get out of his house, you just sit there and do whatever. Hell, you can shower to wipe your butt.
Hope his power goes out.
Yeah, I don't wish that. I wish it just enough snow that it needs to be snow blown, but just god awful cold temperatures and windy, and about halfway through doing all the snow blowing he has to do, it starts raining.
That right there, I put on there is gospel. That's when you feel that silt blows that more.
Oh yeah, that's the sleet. Yeah.
Yeah, silt in the bottom.
Oh yeah.
It happens only in the springtime here. See, we're on the very top of the mountain, so we get the coldest temperatures in the spring when it starts to go from winter to spring, and it's when that mud gets just a little bit melty, and there's a little bit of ice on everything. And you step on it and you are gone. Ice doesn't compare. Dried leaves doesn't compare. Somebody else hitting you, making you slide off the mountain doesn't compare. Ask Daryl. He got stuck. He said, "Oh, I can get out of this, no problem." He was parked halfway out on the road for half the day. Couldn't get his truck up in the yard till it warmed up. He never done it again.
About 15 or so years ago at work, they were calling for snow overnight. So they had a crew come, we're going to have a crew come in and work from like 8 o'clock till, 8 to 4, or whatever overnight. But they changed right towards the end of the day. They changed it that about 2 o'clock in the morning, it was going to change from snow to freezing rain. And me and about 4 other people said, "Hey, let's cancel that second shift crew. We'll just deal with it first thing in the morning. Maybe we'll come in a little early. Let that freezing rain lay on top of that snow on them sidewalks." "Oh, no, it's zero tolerance. We gotta get that cleared off and keep it cleared off."
Now that was dumb.
Yeah, they were calling people in at 3 o'clock in the morning to help the overnight crews, because they had the campus looking immaculate until the freezing rain came and all the sidewalks got a sheet of ice on them, everything, roads, everything.
Yeah.
So hey, Roadrunner.
So nobody can get to the campus anyway. Basically, is what you're saying.
Well, even like the county and the city, they quit doing snow at like 11:30 or 12 o'clock, and let a layer of snow get on the roads. So when the freezing rain was tapering off, they were out there with their plow trucks and taking care of it and getting it off the roads, where we were fighting and trying to get salt and everything put down and all that shit. And
we had you can step out up here one year. They VDOT, which is who does it out in the county, which we're out in the county. It got so bad one year they just let everybody with 4-wheelers just take over Mount Olivet. That's the only way that you could get around. Remember, you went out there, Daryl.
And they was because it didn't matter what you was using. It was so cold. It didn't matter whether they was using that liquid brine or whatever it is, or salt. It was too cold that it wouldn't cut it. So,
well, I have a few little memories, but I've seen pictures and stuff of back in the early 70s when we had a big bad blizzard up here.
Yeah.
And I remember the stories. It's when we still had our meat market. My dad we had a snowmobile. He literally rode from our house down to our meat market, which is probably 8-9 miles, 10 miles away.
Yeah.
He made like 2 or 3 trips and went to our neighbors, a couple on, a few on each side, and said, "Hey, do you need milk, bread, some meat or something like that? I'm going to make a run down to our shop and haul whatever I can haul back for my family, If you need something, I can bring you stuff. And a couple of them did. And from the time from our meat market back to our house, the milk was slushy.
Yeah, I can believe that.
That's how it was at one time. I've got pictures of it. But I mean, it was just, mine wouldn't go because I never have over 50% tread on my tires. So Daryl was having to use his because he had full tread on his tires. And then here comes Bruce, and here comes Robbie, and a bunch of other people. Like, we would just go one out down each road with our scrapers.
Well, we had a big old piece of metal, C-channel metal. We just laid behind the tractor, and we behind the four-wheeler, and we kept pulling until we finally cleared our road out.
But see, you can't get it to the ground, and we had one idiot try that one night. We were expecting just a few inches of snow. He came, scraped, came back, and started spraying chemical. And I'm like, oh, you are so stupid doing that. What happened? It snowed. He put the chemical down. It melted the snow. And then it got really cold. The temperature dropped even further. That where the chemical had melted the snow, that became a solid sheet of ice. You don't do that.
And this road in front of our house is not technically an asphalt road. What it is those fine gravel. And they put down that oil, that sealer down, and then they put the fine gravel on top of it and level it out, mash it down. And that's what we have for a road. And but that sucker, he threw the daggone blade down. He had potholes all up and down this whole daggone road.
They actually had to call the grader to come up here and get us out because he destroyed either the side roads, Mount Olivet Road, the hill, and that's the whole problem. We're on the very top of a hill. It doesn't matter how slow or fast you go. You're going off that mountain at the speed that mountain wants you to go down right there.
Well, I can remember when I was young, where my parents live at, they used to use a road grader that had a V-blade on it to get through the one end because it had a hill that dropped down. And there was real high banks on each side, and it would drift clear across. And we're talking 10 feet deep.
Yeah.
Well, they did that a couple of times, and I don't know how it happened, if it was because of drifts or what, or the stupid bus driver. She was going down that hill and got a little crooked and got wedged in that downhill thing. Couldn't go forward, couldn't back up the hill. Then she wouldn't let any of the kids off the bus. There was a farm kid that lived 600 yards right back up over the hill. She wouldn't even let him off to go to his house to call. She's like, well, when we don't show up, they'll send somebody out. Finally, his dad seen the bus, could barely see the top of it, come down, and, he called the bus garage, and bus garage come out with a big road grader. Road grader wouldn't pull it back up. So he's like, let me go get the big tractor. So they put the tractor and the road grader on it and finally got it pulled back enough that it was off the wall and let her go on down the hill. But him and his wife actually went into the school board and the school board meeting and everything and said, your bus driver totally endangered the lives of all those kids on that bus. One, she's sitting there down in that hole, letting the bus run. That bus could have filled with carbon monoxide. Yeah. Two, my boy, he's in high school, lives right up here. He could have walked right back up there within 5 minutes, had somebody out here to get them out. Instead, they sat there for almost an hour, till, he goes, and she actually got fired over it,
Well, the good thing
the thing about
when that happened, I have a good friend that I've known for a long time, went to school with. He's the supervisor over at VDOT now. So he actually sent me a message and said, are you guys okay? And I said, no, we've got a mess. That video link I put right there, and I'm not trying to do it. You can remove it if you want to, Ed. But that's him. That's him in the truck behind the grader coming up here to see the condition of the road. They fired that contractor the next day because he tore up these roads so bad.
Well, back in the 70s, back when we had that big snowstorm and that, my mom has pictures of the armored personnel carriers, the tracked ones, in the farm fields across the road from our house, going up and down and checking everybody's, because they were without power too. They were coming and checking on everybody. They actually took some people out, like we had a wood burner and stuff, and we had access to food and all that kind of stuff. So Dad's like, yeah, no big deal. We'll, if it don't clear up in the next day or two, then we'll, but yeah, my mom had pictures of an armored, one of the armored personnel carrier on the tracks in the farmer's field across the road from our house, going through and checking on people. They had the National Guard, I think it's National Guard, checking on us. So
yeah, it is. I mean, there's been times that I didn't know whether I was going to get into a lot or could get out of a lot because of the, of snow, especially when you went someplace and had to drop your trailer and then didn't pull out and to hook up to the next trailer next to it. I mean, that was a fun deal. I mean, having to lock all the wheels together and still couldn't go nowhere.
So all right, y'all. It's been an hour. I appreciate y'all hanging out and brightening my Sunday.
Ed, I'm glad you got to see me.
I'm glad I got to see you too, Daryl. I miss you.
And I appreciate everybody just over there in the side chat that I said I didn't talk to a lot, but
I'm not in front of a computer, so hello everyone, and now goodbye everyone.
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all on the next one. See you next Sunday.
All right. See you, and have a good week.
Have a safe week, everybody.